Oh, uh-oh. I hope y'all can see me. Hi, good morning. I got new specs. Well, they're not really new. I've done a video before in them, but can y'all tell my lenses are thick? I can't see, but I like these frames, so I wear them anyway. Let's tune in. I got a good video for y'all today. I want to talk with y'all and just kick it. So let's kick it. I hope you guys are doing well. Today is going to be one of the hottest days we had of all year, and I have on a turtleneck. But it's cold right now. Like, the tip of my nose is freezing. I just wanted to do a video, touch base, and check in with you guys, see how you're doing, and also I guess just kind of chit chat with you. I gotta have a moment of transparency as well, in the sense that trading has been a struggle the past, let me say, what, 3 months? Maybe even longer. I kind of got out of my routine, fell into just like a lazy pattern. I won't even call it lazy, because that's not honestly what it was. I had a lot of other stuff going on in my personal life that affected me trading. I talk to you guys and I tell you guys, you know, marking up charts, or rather we promote that within the group of sitting down every weekend, whether it be a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and marking up all 28 charts. I know some people block back like, what? You really want me to mark up almost 30 charts? Like, yes, it can be time consuming, it can be a headache, but when I was doing that, it actually allowed me to maximize my opportunities, because I knew what was going on in every aspect of the Forex pairs. So I knew which setups were hot. I knew which ones were going to take a little bit more time to get there. And I knew the potential of pips that I could earn. So my mentor, he always shoots for about 1,000 pips a week. I used to see him post charts and all kind of stuff and like 1,000 pips a week. How in the world are you doing that? But he would sit down and he would mark up 28 charts every single week. And the thing is, you really don't even have to mark up brand new charts every single week. Like, sometimes it takes a while for the trades to play out. So you may only, in actuality, once you mark those charts up and you do it that first time, in actuality, you may only have 15 charts or 10 charts or maybe even 5 charts that you have to physically go in and redo from the beginning all the way down. I find it interesting that a lot of my charts, I go back like months later, and the levels that I've marked off previously have been respected and whatnot and all that good stuff. It's just been a challenge to get back into that habit. I kind of fell out of my routine. Trading no longer was, this sounds so crazy, but it wasn't as much of a priority as it had been for me. Now I'm trying to get back right. And it's been it's been a struggle and a challenge, but I am definitely committed to sticking with it and doing it. If you are a new trader, I highly recommend that, even though it may sound like a daunting task, I highly recommend that you get into the practice of sitting down on a Friday, a Saturday, or a Sunday. I prefer when the market is closed, so you can see what's going on, take your time, think through what's happening, and analyze a pair and come up with a game plan. Now, what I put together for myself was, and actually, no, I did not put this together. My mentor put this together, the workbook where all the pairs are listed. He's got it broken down to where you can, like, understanding where price is, understanding where you are in the market and how far you can travel. So it's kind of like a journal, and it allows you to pick each pair, write the notes that you need to know, so that when you're looking at a trade or whatever, you can go back and reference why you thought a particular setup was going to go a certain way. So I just combine that with my calculator. It's organized so you can go in and do what you need to do. Now, if you are not organized and you're trying to mark up 28 charts, it's probably not going to work. Like, I think you have to be very intentional about it and very systematic and have a process to it in order for this to become like a habit. I'm thinking of, in my mind as I make this movement, I'm thinking of like a machine, you know, a machine. But I think even if you don't use this, create something like this for yourself. I personally like this because it allows me, again, to one, identify where I am in the trade. Am I in an uptrend? Am I in, or excuse me, up push, a down push? Am I in a retracement? I know, and I know a lot of people are scared of trading retracements, which to me boggles my mind. I had somebody tell me to wait for price to come back to a certain level and then execute, but I think that it's okay to trade retracements. You actually leave like money on the table. It's really just about being able to trade no matter what, and it's learning the skill and learning how to trade those type of setup. Don't be afraid of a retracement, just understand how far you can trade it. But in this workbook that my mentor created, you can specify, like, am I in a retracement right now? You can make notes like, I'm only gonna trade this far, and it's gonna be uncomfortable at first. I'm getting back in the habit. We can get into the habit together. I'm getting back into the habit of sitting down. I used to do like a little bit on Friday nights, especially during COVID. There was nowhere to go last year around this time. And I think I just started getting better and really tried to get systematic about it. Nowhere to go on a Friday night during COVID. So I would sit down, I would start marking out my charts, and then I would put my notes, get into the habit of doing it. Make it like, it's gonna be like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger that muscle will get. The faster you'll be able to get through those charts. The faster you'll be able to identify like what's going on. And basically, the way I like to think of it, you are basically setting a trap for price to come to. You know when you need to catch price. Like you know when you need to execute based off of what you've already done. So it's the work that you do on the weekend that sets you up for success during the week. It ain't easy. It ain't easy at all, but it's definitely worth it. I remember last year putting myself in a position, I think I had about 4 different pairs going, but I put myself in a position to get closer to that 1,000 pip number. That is, or was, my goal, like on a weekly basis, to be able to hit 1,000 pips. Like when you're able to catch that many pips, you don't need to over leverage your account. You don't need to like try to make 10 grand in one trade. You can adjust accordingly and safely trade. Because if you can imagine, if you could do, let's not even say 1,000 pips, let's say you could do 500 pips every single week. You can slowly start to scale and grow whatever size account you have and not risk it all. That's the beauty of being able to recognize and identify these setups. Like you don't have to wait on one pair to do something. You can go to the next pair, because at the end of the day, that's funny, I just clapped my hands. At the end of the day, they all do the same thing. It's crazy, because Ryan and I started trying to learn how to do options. It's something I definitely want to learn. It's more time consuming than I have time for right now, but in it, we started evaluating charts. They move. They move the same way. The same, like I got with some people who do trade options, and I pulled out my Fibonacci and I said, okay, you know, based off this setup, it looked like price gonna come here. So the next time we got together and I showed them, they like, how did you know? If you out here calling trades like that, it applies. The principles still apply. The principles still apply no matter what it is you trade. Commodities, indices, Forex, stocks, even if you're doing the option thing, you should still be marking up a chart first to make sure you getting in at the right point. You anticipating, you know, your, what is it? It's not strike price. Yeah, don't get me started on options. Like I said, I'm still a baby when it comes to that. I'm still learning that. Some of y'all can probably teach me about options. Just get in the habit. No matter what you trade, just get in the habit of marking up charts. Y'all can join me. We can get back on track together. We can make sure we hold each other accountable, and we do that in the Forex Facebook mastermind group. Ryan's got an awesome piece that he does each Monday, mindset Mondays, motivation Mondays, like where he just really gets into, you know, the psychology of the trading. Because once you get in the habit of marking up charts and you are able to identify setups, like that's not going to be the issue. You're going to have another issue. It's going to be the psychology of it, because you're going to want to over leverage, right? You're going to want to overextend your account. And it won't be that you're losing money because you don't know how to trade. It'll be because you're doing it wrong. You're trying to bet the whole house, and the trade might go your way, but before it goes your way, you got to take a 60 pip dip first. And if you, I think of it like the account popping before you have a chance to really take it somewhere. So anyway, now I'm just rambling. I appreciate talking with you guys. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel and being here and all that good stuff. It's always wonderful to be able to produce content for you and just be transparent. I appreciate that. You guys allow me to be very transparent with you. So I thought I had to come and do this video and that somebody would be able to relate. Also as a measure of accountability, because I do plan to get back on track, marking up them 28 charts every single week. I think I mentioned it in the group. Using Smart Trader to do this would make things a whole lot faster. I am still learning how to utilize that platform. I really like it. I like the smart fibs. I like the smart trend lines. I like the smart support and resistance. To me, I can definitely see like marking up a chart, being able to go through relatively quickly and identify what's going on. It's still new. I'm still learning it. And you know, y'all know how you do when you get new stuff. Like, get a new pair of shoes, you don't want to wear them all the time. You got to break them in first. So that's what I'm doing. I'm breaking in Smart Trader right now. But I will definitely try to do more videos on it, show you guys what I'm working with. If you're interested in looking at it, it's like a $5 trial. The link is below this video. You can check it out and see if it might be something that you want to add to your toolkit.